Hello there, guys. Well, I think 3:21 is around 3 o'clock. So I wait for somebody to pop up before I get started today. I saw a very interesting movie. I'm waiting for someone to pop up. If no one pops up in the next couple of seconds, I must be. Brenda. Hello there. Hello, Linda. Hello, Denise Pearly. They was quick today. They got you. Denise Pearly, Jennifer, and Joelle, and Mari, and Tracy, and Shelly, and Alicia. Hello there. And Jawan. Hello there, guys. Nice to see you guys today. Delphine, you made it, girl. I'm usually full, okay, at my 5,000 limit. And fans are like, come on, please, I want to be a part of your live. I want to be able to comment. So Delphine got in. Good girl. I'm going to go through my next week. I'll go through, or soon, I'll go through my list and all the people that are inactive or I don't see any much Michael activity. I'll delete some so that I can add more friends, okay? I'll put that on my list to do next week. But welcome, you guys. Nevi and Alicia and Jennifer and Tammy. Hello there. Hello, Lisa and Linda and Anita. Hi, Anita. Enrico and another Lisa and Delphine. Great. And Anthony. You knew Anthony? And Kate. Yeah, that's new. Kate, yeah. She's new. Aaliyah, hello there. Don May, hello Don, and Brenda, of course. And Elise, thank you so much for being here, guys. And another Linda. I got several Linda friends here and several Lisa friends here. So anyway, guys, good news. Yip, hooray! The Prisoner of Fame DVD is done and available and manufactured. And see, it includes a live too. It is done, it is manufactured, and it is available on Amazon. It's available now on Amazon, so you guys can go and buy it. And I put in this, okay, inside of there, because really, Alive 2 and Prisoner of Fame go hand in hand. These two go hand in hand because I took the facts from Alive 2 to write Prisoner of Fame. I took to write Prisoner of Fame. As a matter of fact, I wrote, which was first Price of Fame. I wrote that before I actually produced Alive 2 and Alive 3. Okay? So, but these go hand in hand, and that's why you can get them both. Because I didn't want to, I'll get them both, here on this one, get them both on this one, okay? It's really fun because I had to watch both of them together, and I am such a critic of knowing the information, and I am so proud of what's in this Prisoner of Fame. And there are so many symbolisms, guys, that's in here that I put on the wall. The clothing that they wear, the jewelry that they wear, what he says, because he says this is it. I had to have him say this is it, right? And I just used a twist of words and names and aliases, and even when I said Budapest, I was thinking of Bucharest, and just a lot of Michael stuff is in here that that I wanted to be smart so that you fans would understand, just how in-depth and how thoughtful this 20-minute short film is. So I'm working on some more stuff, hopefully, but go ahead and watch it. It's The Tales of Jack London, a.k.a. Michael Joe Jackson, and Dr. Murray, a.k.a. Dr. Earl Carter, because a lot of people thought that Dr. Murray's real name was really Earl Carter. So I put a lot of really good stuff, especially for you advanced believers. So it's available now on Amazon.com. And you international fans, You can buy directly from me by contacting me and buying via either Western Union or PayPal, paypal.com, PayPal. Okay, and I'll give you a price because it's much less shipping for international fans to go directly from me than going through Amazon. Okay, Amazon charges a lot of money for shipping. Okay, and they set that price, not me. Okay, so if you go through PayPal, just hit me up, and you would send. Just hit me up, and I'll tell you how much it'll be, and how to pay for it via PayPal. You domestic people, you U.S. people, go ahead and order through Amazon, or you can order through PayPal if you want. If you don't have an Amazon account, or you don't have an Amazon account, you could still go through PayPal if you want, but contact me directly. And the advanced believers, if you're not an advanced believer, you got to get this, the Alive trilogy of Michael Jackson documentaries, and you will become an advanced believer in a little over 4 hours. Okay, a little over 4 hours, you can become an advanced believer. So these are all still for sale. And I thank you guys, and I know that some of you guys want to send me money so I can afford to do a live 4. Well, what I would, even though that's great and that's wonderful and that's nice and everything, but just promote, the Prisoner of Fame, or promote the Alive trilogy, because by promoting it, it's not like I'm just taking money. They get something for their money. They get something for it. Okay. So, but I'll take donations too. Thank you so much. And I have no idea when Cecil will be able to take off, at least 3 to 4 months. Because that's how long it takes to do a complicated documentary. Because the information isn't just like 1, 2, 3 and it just comes out and you just put it together. You have to really organize, orchestrate, discover, figure out what your point is, figure out if you have a visual for the story that you want to tell, to make sure that everything that you tell, you have something to substantiate it, so that you're not just believing the words that I speak. That I give you some kind of proof, some kind of evidence, some kind of clue to let you know how honest and real I am. And we are very, very smart Michael Jackson fans, right? We don't go for the okie doke. We don't believe just words coming out of somebody's mouth or just words typed. We don't believe that, okay? We look for proof, evidence, and clues, because a hoax is a series of tricks and deceptions and illusion and lies, okay? And lies. So we always have to have something that substantiates anything that we say and anything that we tell. Oh, my lips are they're so dry today. Gosh, I should have put on some, I have a little bit of Vaseline. I'm sorry. I can see myself, okay? I can see myself. So when I can see myself, I know that my lips that's some Vaseline. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I did that right on camera. But I'm real. I'm a real person. We all get chapped lips every now and then. But I put a little bit of Vaseline on my lips. So anyway, if you can, please help promote it, because you guys know me. Okay, I get money and I figure out a way, because Michael is my passion and this is my passion. So I figure out a way to invest whatever income that I get into a new project. That's why I remain in debt. Even though I do try to pay it off, but I am in debt, guys. So anybody who's saying, oh, she's just profiting, and please, there's no profit. I'm a little tiny little media company. I don't have the assets or the resources or the power to reach the masses. So I reach people as I do my little YouTube. I do, my promoting and marketing. I do whatever I can to reach you guys, and I have no advertising budget. Okay, so please, guys, you want me to be able to do a live 4? Just help me promote. When you see that I'm promoting something, share it to your friends, or just say, I'm going to spend 10 minutes and help Pearl promote, because from past behaviors, from behind the scenes of the Michael Jackson trial to the trial and triumph of the Michael Jackson documentary, the trial and triumph of the King of Pop, to Alive, is Michael Jackson really dead? No, to Pseudocide, did Michael Jackson fake his death to save his life? To Alive, is Michael Jackson really dead? Then Alive 2, no, then A Prisoner of Fame, Price of Fame script, then Alive 2, Michael Jackson, The Great Escape, and then Alive 3, Michael Jackson, The Living Dead, and now a Prisoner of Fame movie. So you know I reinvested. You guys know that I just, and I got so much information, and it's so good what I have planned in my head already for Alive 4. I have so much planned in my head for Alive 4 already. All right, so since that's out of the way, let's get down to some nitty gritty. On Thursday night, a movie came out. I do like Quentin Tarantino. I do. I like his movies. I just do. I like him. Some people might. He's a little gory, but he wasn't extremely gory in his last picture. But I'm going to just show you just a little bit of the trailer, okay? Here is a little bit of the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I'm Rick Dalton. It's my pleasure, Mr. Schwartz.
Call me Marvin. Put it there. That's your son?
No, it's my stunt double, Cliff Booth.
Last night we watched a Rick Dalton double feature. All the shooting. I love that stuff, with the killing.
A lot of killing.
Okay, I'm going to move it fast a little bit further. Okay. So, I'm going to move this. Okay, this is at the Spawn Ranch. That's supposed to be Charles Manson, okay? And, of course, Brad Pitt is always super fine, okay? And, yeah, that's the Spawn Ranch with Charles Manson. And there's Bruce Lee and Brad Pitt, and, okay? And, so...
In this town, I can all change.
Okay, alright.
Hey! You're Rick fucking Dalton. Don't you forget it.
Okay. So Cecil and I went and saw it on Thursday night, right? Because that's when the movies usually come out on Friday, but if they're big movies, they come out on Thursday night. So we went and saw it to a packed theater, okay? And it reminded me so freaking much about what I did with this. Okay, what I did, how I took facts and I took certain elements of a story, of a true event, and I created a narrative around it where I filled in the blanks. But I do not call A Prisoner of Fame a true story. And neither does Quentin Tarantino in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, is because I have filled in the blanks. This is what I believe happened based on all the information that I have, and you guys know how thorough I am. So Once Upon a Time in Hollywood has a lot to do with the Charles Manson murders and the actress Sharon Tate and Roman Polanski, except Quentin Tarantino did a little twist on it. He did a twist on it. And I'm not going to tell you what the twist is because I don't want to ruin it for you guys. But it reminded me a lot about, except for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is a pure fantasy. It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy to where mine is not a fantasy. It's not a fantasy at all. Okay, because it's not a fantasy. So that's where it differs. Okay, that's where it differs. But I just thought I'd bring that up because you guys can watch it and see how we can take true facts and true elements and twist a story around. Okay, mine is not a fantasy though. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is a fantasy. All right, so also I still give away the free butterflies. I still give away the magnetic butterflies. Oh, I'm tongue twisting today. And it's 2-ply, so you can kind of pull this part out and you can put it on your refrigerator. And it can look like, a butterfly flickering the wings because it's double ply, okay? I have so many of them. I have some big ones. So the next few orders will get my 3 largest butterflies. Like the next 3 DVD orders. See, that's a big one. And this is a big one. This is it's magnetic, so they're sticking to each other. And this is a big one. And this is a big one. Okay, so anyway, so you guys please order the A Prisoner of Fame short film. I did not want to sell you something that was just 20 minutes. So it's 115 minutes now. Okay, because I put in the 95-minute Alive 2 with that. Okay, so Anyway, maybe one day I could afford to do like another episode of A Prisoner of Fame, because even though you guys have loved A Prisoner of Fame, and I'm so proud of it, um, I'd like to do another episode, you know. So, you know, please support. You know, you guys know I'm gonna put it right back. Whatever you give me, I'm gonna put it right back. I got to get out of debt though. I got to get out of debt, so I might have to go take a job. I might have to not be with you guys as much, you know, because, you know, my debts do have to be paid down. And so I might have to go get a full-time job. So I guess the haters would love to hear that I won't be doing this full-time anymore. So that they can calm down. But mentioning haters, okay, when I know Michael Jackson has haters. I've known it for years and decades. I'm a black activist type of person. I understand racism, and racism today is scary. Lord have mercy. I mean, from the White House, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It is so scary. It is so scary. It is so scary. And as an African American woman, it's scary. And I got kids too, and I got a son, I got a daughter, I got a granddaughter. You know, I mean, gosh, I got Cecil, I got my sisters, you know, I got my dad, you know, gosh, you know, it's scary. But anyway, with Michael has always been just absolute top of the game, top notch, number one, expected to be number one. And it was that hard lesson that Papa Joe taught them when they were at a local talent show and they won second prize. And they did not have a color TV at home. And second prize was a color TV. And Joe said, we ain't taking that color TV because y'all ain't second, y'all number one. And that was a value. It was hard. It was hard. But it was a valuable lesson in which all of us have been the benefactor. Every time we dance to Billie Jean, every time we hear the song I Want You Back, every time we hear The Lady in My Life, every time we see Remember the Time, every time that we see Thriller, the number one album ever sold, you got to thank Papa Joe for all that. All that time in enjoyment and love, and all the donations and charity, the money that Michael spent to charity, that's all a product of Joe's teaching. And I didn't know that 3T, a YouTube channel with 3T and the family or something, Family Dynasty, that 2 years ago I had wrote this poetic like letter to Joe, thanking him, Papa Joe, thanking him for being tough because we are all the benefactors. Anyway, I wrote that, and it's on my, I re-uploaded it because I didn't know that this channel had put a music behind it and a beautiful background and had dictated it into a video. I didn't know that until it was Papa Joe's birthday a few days ago on the 26th. And I found it, and I was like, oh my God. Thank you for appreciating me. People wonder why I was invited to Joe Jackson's memorial. I was a big supporter of Joe Jackson. Okay, because if the Jacksons forgave Joe Jackson for whatever whoopings they got, they ended up they you know, Joe was not Dave's daddy. Okay, so let's not confuse it. Okay, but if they forgave it, then who am I not to forgive it, right? Who am I, right? So anyway, so you guys can go on my YouTube channel, YouTube Pearl JR, youtube.com/Pearl JR, and read my tribute to Joe Jackson and thanking him. But anyway, that was his birthday, so he would have been 91 this year, which means I think Catherine, they said, turned 89, or did she turn 90? I get confused because there's a couple, I don't know, she's 89 or 90, but Catherine, hang in there, girl. We love you and we support you. I'm going to get to some hateration about Michael, but I want to kind of do some commentary first. If the Jacksons, like I said, if any of the Jacksons need to talk to me about what I report, please do. I'm here. I'm available. I'm nice. I'm pleasant. You know, it won't be a tough conversation. It'll be an easy conversation to have. Okay, I'm here. Michael, if you want me to stop doing what I do, all you got to do is let me know, honey. You got to let me know, okay? Just let me know, all right? Because and also I'm also wondering where all this hate is coming from, and it's from accounts that I haven't seen year and have never really run across. This hate is like from a new group of people, and I'm wondering if it's and I'm going to get to the connection of this, if it has to do with Dan Reed, his whole James and Wade, and since I am a vocal person, are they trying to character assassinate me because I have been telling the truth about their lies, and that Michael was a pedophile, and that there's nothing to prove that anything that Wade and James have said about Michael being a pedophile and molesting them has any factual basis? None. Zero. It's just words coming out of the mouth. Look, my name is not Pearl Jr., and I do not have on white pearl round earrings, and I do not have on olive green glasses, and I don't do videos, and I never heard of Michael Jackson in my life, and I don't know who Cecil Holmes is. Okay? That's how easy it is to lie. That is, and you see me, right? But that is how easy it is to lie, and we don't go for lies, fans, okay? We want proof, evidence, and clues, and facts, all based on facts, okay? But I'm wondering if it's Dan Reed and his gang, James and Wade. Who is it? Because it's very systematic. Or is it just, or is it perhaps the same Hollywood people that are against Michael? Or is it the LA coroner? Because I called him in a lie, about how he named and identified the body, which is a flat out lie. I got a letter from the Department of Motor Vehicles saying that they've never had a driver's license or the name of Michael Joseph Jackson ever had a driver's license. Or is it the LADA with the alleged victim, alleged date? And then when I said, please explain to me who wrote alleged victim and who alleged date, and can you confirm to me that dead body was Michael's, they said, we're not answering you, which means it isn't Michael Jackson, and they know it. Okay? And is it mixed with a couple of busybodies, like a couple of people who want attention, a couple of haters that want attention, that have nothing else in their life that's more important than me, a little tiny media company? Really? Saying that somebody who they believe is Bobby Anderson is Michael Jackson, and that's supposed to be such a horrible thing. She's worse than Wade and James and Dan because she says... because she says this guy, Bobby Anderson, is Michael Jackson. Really? That's that important to you? That you spend all day, every day, researching me like that? Nah, it can't be. Unless you're kooky. Where this is like top level priority. Spending all that time going, searching me out. Ooh, there's a sentence I can use. There's a sentence. Let me isolate that sentence and let me put it out there and let me send it to Brenda Ritchie, and so she can say Pearl is awful and terrible, and let me put it out there and let me twist it into something evil and demented so I can character assassinate her. That's what I'm going to spend my life doing. I'm going to spend every day of my life doing that to her because she is that important and what she says is that important. It's outrageous. But I'm going to show you guys something to let you know that this is somebody's job. Okay, so if you're a lawyer, and what I've done with my research is I've always wrote or produced in a way that if I was ever on trial, I can justify everything that I say and everything I do. Okay, so I've been very careful and I've been very meticulous. Okay, very careful and very meticulous doing that. And that's why you have an investigative report that has no person-to-person, nobody that I interviewed, at least saying, do you think Michael Jackson is dead? Or do you think Michael Jackson's alive? Because I don't think I'm going to get the truth out of people's mouths. So I wanted to get what you said when nobody was asking you. That's the brilliance of the Alive trilogy of Michael Jackson docs, is I'm going to get you when nobody was asking you. What did you say? What did you do? What were the clues that you left? Okay? All right? So that's why it's really an intense investigative report, jam-packed. 4 hours that just have you going, oh my God, oh my God. And that is for a reason. Because I always got to protect myself, and I always have to have backup to what I say. Okay? Now, there is somebody's job, if you have no case, that they character assassinate. Okay? Like, for example, Barack Obama running for president, right? They didn't have much on him, hardly nothing on him. He smoked cigarettes. But Reverend Wright, who remembers the Reverend Wright controversy, right? So Barack Obama went to a church, and Reverend Wright said some things that some people can misconstrue as being anti-American, okay? And they blamed Barack Obama about it. So it was guilt through association, right? But that was somebody's job, to go through Barack's entire history. And Barack wasn't even in church that day when Reverend Wright made that comment, right? But that's what somebody does when they really don't have anything on you. They want to character assassinate you. Okay? They want to character assassinate. And since Michael was such a good person, the only thing that they really had on him was that he liked hanging around kids. And he chose children as his best friends, as people to hang around with. Also, children, as if they start being Michael Jackson's fan at age 10, then they got a lifetime of being Michael Jackson's fans. Not only that, but Michael incorporated kids in his videos, in his movies, in his concerts, because he wanted to reach every demographic. Because in order to make a whole bunch of money and sell to a whole bunch of people, oh, it was telling me 15%, you have to reach a whole bunch of people. You have to reach everybody in every race. You have to reach, people of all ages, all backgrounds, all sexual orientations. You got to be everything to everybody if you want to pull in all that money. Because Michael would spend so much money preparing projects for you guys that, him just to get to zero might be $10 million just to get to zero. So he might have invested $10 million in preparation for an album or preparation for a concert, paying all the salaries and all this. So he has to make $10 million and $1 to make $1 profit. Okay, so that means that you got to reach a whole bunch of people. Okay, you have to reach a whole bunch of people. So Michael knew that, because they're professionals, and these professionals have to tell you, okay, to make your money back, dude, you got to sell this many tickets, you got to sell this many albums, this many, just to get to zero. And then you got to share the money with this entity and that entity and that entity. Like, I pay Amazon. Every time they sell a product, I have to pay them. Vimeo, every time somebody watches, I got to pay Vimeo. Vimeo gets a cut. Okay, so let me hurry up and get to the hateration on Michael Jackson. Okay, and it's really rather very sad. Okay, the hateration. I'm gonna turn my camera around. Okay, Video Vanguard Award, MTV. Everybody that knows anything about Michael, he integrated MTV. Because Yetnikoff, whatever his name was, the head of CBS at the time, the Thriller came out, MTV had refused to play Michael Jackson's music because he was an African American. And he said, the head of CBS said, unless Michael Jackson's music is playing, I'm pulling all my other acts. So you won't be able to play none of their music. So MTV was forced to integrate their channel. Okay? Now, Michael has been at the top of his game in music and videos. Top of his game. His Thriller video is in the Library of Congress. Okay? So, MTV now, there's a rumor that they want to remove his name from the Video Vanguard Award. Okay? So when I had said that there is a industry against Michael, an entire industry, and there are only 6 real media company owners, and then 4 or 5 social media company owners. So we're talking about 10 or 11 people that really control everything that has to do with disseminating information to the world. Okay, to the world, to the country at least. Okay, so right now there's a very tiny, 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 minuscule amount of people that control what we see, hear, and read. And if those people are against Michael, it's all of them. It's a big problem. And the Emmys with the 5 nominations for Leaving Neverland, which is really a joke and really diminishes the credibility of the Emmys, because there was no witnesses and there was no investigative report. It's just shoot, camera, talk. Intertwine. Give me footage that you got of you and Michael. And let me intertwine that. And then your family members, let's bring them in as if they witnessed something, but they really didn't. Okay? So I find it very insulting that now they're thinking about taking Michael's name. They took his name off before, I think, for the 93 allegations, and then they brought it back after he was acquitted in 2005. You guys can double check me on that, okay? But I think that's what I remember. Okay, so this is an insult, okay? But it's not the only insult. This right here is gonna bring me to what's happening with me and why I think what's happening with me, with twisting around what I say and half-truths and misrepresentations and out of context and just pure character assassination on me. The reason why I think it's professionally driven with a few, nosy haters intertwined, okay? But something's pushing this agenda on me, little on me. How the heck am I that important to somebody where they spend all day, every day? On me? On me? Really? Well, thanks. In a way, I guess, even though it's very disheartening and it's also very troubling and it's very stressful, I'm being psychologically terrorized, But anyway, I saw this, okay? And Moonwalker, 15 creepy facts about Michael Jackson's video game, okay? Somebody wrote this, okay, went through the video game, and they decided that they're going to look for anything that can be translated into something sick, okay, and demented. This right here, they said that's the phallic symbol, sexual, okay? Michael and the kids, okay? Michael was energized by the kids, so that must mean he's a pedophile, right? And they just 15 things that are just using kids as a power up. Okay. Michael's not supposed to, be energized or like kids or anything, I guess. So that means that he's guilty. He grabs his crouch. So that means crouching at the push of a button. Okay. So this person went through this and like a defense attorney. I don't have a case. So I'm going to look for anything that I can use to character assassinate. And there's the phallic symbol one. Okay. He fights dirtier than Dirty Diana. Okay. Intertwining his music. Enemies are forced to dance themselves to the grave. Exploding bags of cocaine. The weirdest enemy taunt in video game history. Short skirt, long jacket. Then the saying that some of the guys' clothes were like see-through, that you could see through their pants. I mean, it gets really crazy. Are they wearing diapers? I mean, so there are, when a promise sounds more like a threat. Ooh, that sounds familiar. With people threatening me and saying they're going to do this to me and do that to me. But I'm going to keep this on here because Moonwalk is so important on Michael because it represents his book, Moonwalk, his autobiography book. It also the most famous choreography in the world when Michael did the Moonwalker for the first time on Motown 25. It also is his movie, Moonwalker. It's also the movie. So this article is trying to make you disgusted of Michael Jackson and twisting things around. And this is what's happening to me. It's so reminiscent, but I'm on a level to some people as a Michael Jackson? What the heck? I have an office in my 2-bedroom apartment. Okay, that's my office. That's my office. Okay? I'm in debt making my documentaries and my movies. Okay? I do the best that I can. I do the best that I can under the circumstances, and it's pure sheer will. But there is a systematic, all in campaign against destroying the most famous African American black man that's ever walked the face of the earth. Now, we've always known there were some, Tom Sneddon, and Martin Bashir, and there was always just a few here, and then there was the Evan Chandler, and then there was the people that were mad because he owned half of the second largest catalog, but now, oh my God, oh my God, it's all on people, words on people who testified under oath that Michael Jackson never molested them. So it's all hogwash from the beginning. It's all hogwash. It's all BS from the beginning. So I wanted to bring you guys up. So what do we do about it? We continue to support Michael. We continue to keep his legacy alive. We continue to do all that we do. Now, Michael, honey, Michael, I don't know did you work a lifetime for this, or what you gonna do? I know that right now you're suing HBO, and that's the big case right now. And I believe that with that word perpetual in it, I think you gotta, that's the word in the non-disparagement agreement. Also, when there's when you sign a non-disparagement agreement, I want to talk about this with the HBO, with them saying First Amendment, they can't do their First Amendment. You knew that when you signed your non-disparagement in 1992, HBO. You gave up your rights to First Amendment in regards to Michael Jackson and negativity and disparagement. You gave that up. It's kind of like HBO gagged themselves when they signed that non-disparagement that says it's perpetual, and it's you and everybody that you associated with cannot disparage Michael perpetually. That means forever and ever and ever. You signed that when you wanted Live in Bucharest. You signed that. You gave up your First Amendment rights, and I hope that the attorneys just jammer in on perpetual. Okay? Because perpetual means you knew what you were signing when you signed it. That was not just for the Live in Bucharest concert, because it says perpetual in it. So it was forever and ever and ever, means it never ends. Okay? So the estate, and it doesn't matter, fans, don't get all upset about arbitration and not arbitration. It doesn't mean anything. Okay? I believe that they can win in a jury of 12 of their peers. I believe that they can win. Okay? Arbitration is just one judge. It's not the end all be all if we don't win arbitration. Okay? I gotta hurry up and get off here. I would like for it to be a jury trial. I'm okay either way. I'm okay either way. A judge or a jury, I'm okay either way. All right, guys, I have to go now. But make sure you pick up your copy. Okay, you order your copy of the Prisoner of Fame. Prisoner of Fame. It's really, really good. Okay, and you get the bonus Alive 2, Michael Jackson, The Great Escape. And then you can see, oh, she got this from this, she got this from this, she got that from that, she got this from this, she got this from that. Okay, anyway, guys, my battery's gonna die. Love you all so much, and I will see you next time, so keep Michaeling.